Hey, what's up, Vogue? This is shemiya.g, and today I'm gonna do my makeup routine. Don't mind that, I'm just manifesting, y'all. So one day I'm gonna really be on Vogue and do the whole thing. I already did my skincare, I washed my face, I did all the moisturizing and stuff. So today I'm just gonna do like a full, beats, bust down, whatever you want to call it. I'm also doing this because I want to attract more female followers, because all of my followers are male, which is my fault because I started off doing like Kendrick Lamar reaction videos, so I just got a lot of men. So I'm like, I want more women to come. So hopefully this will attract the ladies, and I could have more women followers than men followers, because we don't want to be male-centered. So without further ado, I'm gonna do a like my own thing. Like, I'm not gonna do a particular look, I'm just do like my everyday beat down, if you will. It's a mixture of like 90s makeup, 90s glam, whatever, but you could still like, go outside and do your day-to-day. So I like to start off with the powder to get rid of all the oil and the grease and all that stuff. I'm also going for a matte look. Not totally matte, but you know what I'm saying. So for this, I use HD Flawless. And I just go over my face, like, just to get rid of that excess shine. A little bit more. Yeah. And so I got the yellow powder too, because, bring out my yellow undertone. Boom. HD Flawless. The second thing I like to do is go in with a concealer pencil. For some reason, this tends to stick a lot better and hold a lot better than the liquid, even though I do use liquid, but I use it on top of this. This is the NYX Corrector. NYX Got You Covered Concealer Pencil. And I got the Deep Golden. So with this, what I like to do is I like to go under my eye. So get rid of all like the dark circles. And here I like to kind of just leave that a little bit, untouched, because it leaves like a natural dark liner, if you will. And then I just go down, cover all the fine lines and whatnot. I like to go up, and then with the same thing on the other side. I need to drink more water, guys. So as you can see, this needs to be sharpened. All right, whatever. Oh, with the same technique on the other side. And then I like to just cover like all the dark spots and go around my nose, under my nose. I like to go on the sides of my mouth and cover these dark spot blemishes. God damn it, this thing goes down so easy, doesn't it? Alright, this is a sharpener. And then I need to be careful. This is so dangerous to use because I cut my finger using this, because they have this thing under it. $5 to get my finger cut. Sharpener. I'll just go in again. And I like to get the corner of my eyes too, because I like to do like the light, put like the light stuff on it. Go again on my nose. And then on the corner of my nose. And then I like to go in my eyebrows. And I like to kind of draw pre-draw to give it like a clean look. Get that crisp, clean. And the pencil, I don't know, it does it for me. Maybe it's like how my skin holds on to it, but yeah. So the pencil works. And then I go in with a sponge. Don't mind the dirtiness of it. I like to like pat, and because it's a pencil, like you have to do it a little bit harder. But I kind of mix it between like patting and smear it. Like don't go too hard because you don't want to like smear it all over you. I'm gonna try to do this as quick as possible. You see that already? Looking like something. But you see what I'm talking about though, right? Like when I leave this a little exposed, it already looks like I have a liner. Boom. And so the next thing I like to do is I like to go in with my blush. I'm gonna use a little more today because usually I use a little bit, but I think I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. And I just go in the cheeks, and I take the bottom part of the same sponge and I like blend that in. Usually I do like all of it like at once and blend it, but today I'm just gonna go one at a time. Boom. All right. And then I go in with my liquid conceal and perfect concealer. Obviously it's a lot lighter than the one that matches my skin tone. So I'm just gonna do a little bit. Just do a little bit there under the eyes, brighten it up a bit, and then I go like on my nose, and then like do a little bit here, and we'll go under my eyes. I'm sorry, under my eyebrows. Boom. I don't do too much because, you know, I like to mix it, and then I take the same sponge so to get like a better mix, and then I just like go under. And that's looking good. And then my underarms. And then just pat, pat, pat. And I like to like really emphasize the inner corners of my eyes because again, I'm going in with the eyeshadow, and I like to do the light when I do the contour. So this, I use the True Complexion Dark, and I just take that. It usually has like a brush on it, but for some reason it wasn't coming out. So I just took the whole thing off. I use the contour brush, and I kind of just get in the areas. Now my personal trick is I don't use too much, right? Like I just use like what I already have, and I take the residue from like these areas. I like to shrink my head, and then I just If you're wondering what this is like it's not a birthmark, but it's like some sort of kind of eczema slash vitiligo. For the life of me, my mom says she doesn't know what the fuck it is. I think somebody probably put a curse on me. Maybe they was jealous and they, you know, put a curse on me. But I had this ever since I was like 3 years old. And for some reason, it never went away. So now I'm using like a turmeric to kind of lighten it up. But yeah, I guess this is my God-given tattoo. Now what I do is I take this brush and I kind of just go in the corners of my eye like that. And then I just go in the inner corners of my eye just to like bring it out a bit. Kind of pre-shadow. Yeah, just do that. Boom, snatch that up. And do it. I put a little bit too much, I ain't gonna lie. I put a little bit too much here, but I'm gonna just dab that out. So now that all that is pre-done, make sure I snatch a little bit. Snatch my chin area a little more. Under the chin. Now is the grand finale. Is my foundation. So for my foundation, I use the Gucci. This is in French. Eternity de Beauté. This was like, I don't know, like $70 something, $70 something for this bottle. At least when I got it. Yeah, I know it's expensive, but when I've like saw it on my skin, I was like, yeah, I'm staying with this. And I had this for about 6 months and it's still full. Cause you don't need, I'm gonna show you. You don't need a lot. I just take one, just that much. And I'm gonna show you how far this little bit goes, cause it's insane. So boom, I like to just pat, kind of go in the areas, my nose. And that was just from that little bit, that little squirt. Now I'm gonna just use a little bit more. Let's see. And then I'm gonna go like that. Go a little bit over. In the corners of my eyes. Cover this mark on my forehead. And then I'm gonna go like over my eyebrows a little bit just to lighten it. Cause my eyebrows are thick naturally, so I don't want it to pop out too much. Excuse me. Boom. And that's my foundation. Oh, I forgot one of the most important parts, my neck. Don't forget your neck. Don't forget the sides of your ears. Boom. Okay. Brush, and I like to sculpt my brows. I personally like to keep my eyebrows thick because I like the natural shape of them. So I just like to brush and like kind of just go like that. I'm not gonna use my laminator today because I'm just really not in the mood for all that stickiness. But what I am gonna use is I'm gonna use a little bit of edge control for my brows. To keep it down like that. A little bit, not a lot. And then I like to go in again and kind of like sharpen it. Boom. And again with the foundation brush, and I lighten it. And with the powder, and yeah, make it more subtle. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is the eyes. I use the Tartelette palette. I got this from around the corner, but it was not cheap. don't mind all this. I hate when this happens, but this is like one of my favorite things, my favorite colors. So what I do here, let me fix that a little bit. All right, what I do here is I like to mix these two together. And then I like to go in my eye line. Just like to go over what I left behind. Okay. I kind of leave this alone because I'm gonna put the light, the shine over that. And then I mix it. Mix it together. And then go in like so. It's a little uneven, but okay. So now, no, it's really uneven. I gotta go back in. I gotta go like darker. All right, there we go. Okay, better. Unfortunately, I can't find my eyeshadow brush, so we're just gonna improvise. I don't really like using this one because it's a little messy, but whatever. We're gonna make do. So, and mind y'all, I'm not really an expert at eyes. I'm still learning, but I'm getting a little bit better. So I like to do like the dark first. So I just use this one and I go in the corners, like the inner lid, if you will, and then I just do both at the same time. Take some of that from there, and then I'll just go with my finger and kind of like blend that in, and then go in there, and then go like, boom. And then I'm gonna just go up. And use this. I just found this, y'all. I don't know where. Just take it and like draw it up. Make it like, yeah, make it like an eyeliner situation. And then what I like to do is I like to take the white here and go like in the middle. Bear with me, y'all. Again, I'm not an expert at eyes. And then, shit, I messed up. And then I like to use my finger. I think my finger is a little better. There we go. Lighten that up. And today I'm gonna do like use this one, like a pink. I'm gonna use my finger and then I'm gonna go in. I'm going in and I'm gonna go hard and I'm gonna go hard and I'm gonna go hard. Ay, ay, ay. I cannot wait to get to my my lips. Boom. And then I make that shiny. Make it as shiny as possible. Yeah, little birdies in the background. All right, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the light again. Damn it, I have a piece of hair on there. So yeah, so I like to kind of just go in again and like even that out and go in there again and clean that up. And then I go in and do the corners of my eye. And then I like to kind of go in a little bit in the inner corners here, as I mentioned before. And then, on top of the white, I like to use this glitter that fell out. And I like to kind of just go in the inner corners here and in circular motion in the corner. And then I go in like that. And I just like to kind of, you know, just do as much as I want. And I'm gonna give myself a little lift. Yeah, kind of like dust it off. Now, oh, I can see a little bit in here. So now, I feel like I'm missing something. I'm gonna take this brush and I'm gonna kind of draw. I use a little bit of this. And then I'm gonna draw more precisely. There we go. I'm gonna use my finger to, yeah, there we go. Then I'm gonna do like the button part. Okay. Do an eyeliner. Good. I'm gonna use the mirror, guys. Bitch. The eyeliner is go in like so. And then I like to kind of like start it off. I'm using the camera, guys. I'm not using the mirror. Messed up a little bit. It's alright, but you know, whatever. And then I just dry that off so it won't smear. And then I go in again. Boom. Alright. Yeah, I had to use a mirror for that one, guys. I'm sorry. Dry that off. So, I'm not gonna do any fake lashes today. I'm just gonna use mascara. A bit more blush. A brush, so it won't stick. Then I like to do a mascara. This one is called Grand Denoise. And then I go in like that. I gotta be real careful not to get none on my makeup. And then I like to go in the inner corners. Look how long that is. My thing is, like, why is my eyebrows and my lashes grow beautifully, but then when it just comes to my hair on my head, it's just, no. If you're wondering, like, you know, why I still have blemishes, I like to leave a little bit like of like the imperfections, just to, I don't know, just to give the look character, if that makes sense. What I want to do here is I'm gonna get the bacon. So I like to go with my powder brush and I'm gonna just bake that. So. I know there's probably some MUAs or people that really like do this professionally. It's probably like, what is this atrocious work? But I don't do this all the time. I don't do this all the time. I do not claim to be a professional. I just like kind of just do it as I go, and I like get better as I go. And sometimes I may look at tutorials, but I just do what works best for me, honestly. You're supposed to maybe do a little bit more. There we go. There we go. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm gonna go back in with the powder. I don't know why it was acting like that. I like to like go up in my nose. Here we go. And then I'm gonna just go with my eyebrows. There we go. All right, so as that is baking, I'm gonna do the lip combo. So for my lip combo, it's really simple. I like to use going with the EOS to get my moisturize. Put that in. I like to go in with the blush that I use for my cheeks, and I just like kind of go in the middle. Like that, just to give it some base. Then I go in with my NYX. It's a little bit old. I need to definitely buy a new one for sure. And then I kind of just then I go in with the NYX Professional Makeup Lip Pencil. And what I like to do to give that, like, I just got my lips done look, is I like to go over this line. So for the longest, I used to just go in, but now I just go over. And then, like, it really looks like I got my lips done. And just go on with the liner. And I just do that. I just clean it up a little bit. But yeah. Boom. So that just makes it like. And then another trick that I like to do is to go in with the eyeshadow, and I'll take the dark. You know, actually, I'm gonna do like the really, really dark brown. And then I just like go in again, and then gently. And then I do like the inner corners here. I don't go all around at the bottom. I just do right here. And then sometimes I like to do that to give myself like a natural. Boom. Just like that. And now, should be done baking by now. And I just gently like dust all the powder and whatnots away. Gently dust. I'm gonna cover that up a little bit more. Sorry, this is bothering me. I know I said I like to leave some imperfections, but not that much. So now, yep, so go ahead and dust it. Keep dusting. And let's dust this off. Oh, I forgot. The grand finale. Go in with this glow thing. I got this from Ross like 5 years ago. And I just take my finger and I just go on my nose and then I go up. So I just take this. Sometimes I use my finger, but I don't want to mess it up. I want to be more precise. Down, I give like a little glow. And I take my unused finger. Boom. And then I like to do here. And then I'll go up here. And then take the brush and blend upwards. Just to like give it that, oh, I'm glowing, this is me. I'm naturally glowing. So, that's my look, y'all. Yes, this is a finished look in natural light. If you want more makeup videos, just leave a comment down below. I'm trying to grow my following to be mostly women. Men are welcome too, but like I'm gonna be doing fashion and makeup and also and also music and movie reactions too. So yeah, just stay tuned, guys, as I'm growing my page. You know, I want to get up to 1,000 followers and we'll go up there. My goal is 100,000. So yeah, so stay tuned.